One hot second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, well, if anyone's curious about what I do when I move out of the screen at the beginning, I'm just sharing some love with everyone in my network because you know what? This is what we're all about, sharing the love. So today on Tuesday Tea, my Foxy mug, I am here to talk to you about a topic that's really hard for me because it's a topic of mastery. It's a topic that takes time. It's a topic that you practice every single freaking day. And it is a topic of letting go and the value of letting go, the value of giving up in a way. In order to move forward, in order to connect and attain the life that you really want. And it came to my attention because recently, actually last Friday, I was at the gym and I was killing myself. So I do CrossFit for those of you who don't know me, and it is true what they say about us. We are insane. And the workouts are really intense and they're short, but they are meant to work every single part of your body. So here I was doing CrossFit on Friday, and I was in pain. Like, I'm not talking about being sore. My hips were in pain. I have some physical difficulties with my hips, so my hips were just in pain. I was squatting, and I could feel the tears almost coming out of my eyes because I was in so much pain. And my coach stopped me. She's like, Annie, are you okay? And I'm like, well, I'm in pain right now. And she's like, well, let's modify, let's adjust the workout. And it pissed me off. It pissed me off, not that she did that for me because I know that she was taking care of me, but I was pissed at myself because I couldn't push past the pain. I couldn't fuck myself up, and I was pissed because I couldn't torture myself because I'm so stubborn that in my mind, the only way to be successful at something is through suffering, through paying the price of pain. And the message of today is that is bullshit. The price of success is not, hi Kelly, the price of success is not pain. The price of success should never be sacrifice, and I've used that word in quotes because you do pay a price for attaining what you want. But when it is painful, when you are pushing against rather than through, then that is when you need to start analyzing not only whether it's worth your time and whether it's worth your pain, but you need to start analyzing what is your pattern of behavior. How is it that you face things? Do you get stuck sometimes? Do you just push and push and push until you just gas out and then you have nothing else to give? I'm telling you, and I want you to ask these questions to yourself, because I have to ask these questions to myself, especially as a business owner. I can't afford sick days. I do not want to have sick days. I do not want to call my coaching clients and tell them, like, I'm not available because I'm at the hospital. I do not want to give it my all to the point, and this is in the context of the gym, for example, give it my all to the point that I can't hit the gym for another month because I hurt myself so bad. Okay? And the same thing happens with life. What about in relationships? When you are in a relationship with somebody that is essentially toxic to you, the relationship itself is not working, and you know this, and somehow something in your head is telling you, you can do this, you can fix them, you can fix this, you're not a quitter, or whatever story that you're telling yourself, and you're still putting time and energy into a relationship, whether it's romantic or whether it's friendship or even when it's business, that is not working for you. A relationship that is taking everything out of you. So what happens then? Usually what happens is that you give your all, you give your all, you give your all, you get burned in such a way because you gave everything away that afterwards you end up with trust issues, you end up with low self-esteem, you end up not being able to put yourself out there again. Same thing with work. What happens when you are pushing against rather than pushing through in your work? What happens when you do not embrace the possibility of changing strategy or changing a course? Of course, I am, especially when it comes to business, I am a 90-day rule girl. If you are doing something for 90 days, you stick. If you establish a strategy, you stick to it for 90 days, and then you decide whether it works or not. But if this strategy is draining the life, the bejesus out of you, then it is worth revisiting. It is worth letting go, because life is not meant to be, especially you, if you're watching this, you have internet, you probably have a roof on top of your shoulders. You do not have to suffer. The less you suffer with the decisions you make, the less you commit yourself to a life of suffering, the more you are able to give others. The more you give others, the happier you are. Okay? So when we hold on to toxic ideas, when we hold on to visions of what could be in rather than visions of more than visions, rather than the reality of what is when we hurt ourselves, is when we tear our muscles, the emotional, mental, and physical muscles, to the point of no recovery. So my invitation to you is to embrace the possibility of letting go. Let go of anything that is keeping you, holding you back, so that you can move forward. Be a quitter. If you are quitting a habit, if you are quitting a person, if you are quitting a job, be a quitter. As long as quitting that is moving you forward and getting you closer to where you want to be. It is possible to quit and move forward. It is possible to stop, analyze, adjust, reassess, and move forward. And you're going to get there faster, you're going to get there happier, and you're going to get there healthier, whether it's physically, emotionally, or mentally. If Medi, my coach, wouldn't have stopped me last weekend, I probably would have fucked myself up in a way that I wouldn't have been able to work out again for a while. I mean, I went to the chiro later, and she told me the level of inflammation you have, I'm appalled you can still walk. So it is important that you realize not what your limit is, but always keep your vision in mind, to the point that when you're about to break, you know to hold back, you know to let go, you know to quit. And when I say hold back, I'm not talking about holding back your efforts, but holding back from that idea and that mentality that it will take you suffering to get to where you want to be. Pain is not the solution to everything. And hard work and pain are not the same thing, Okay? You need to show yourself compassion. You need to show yourself, especially when it comes to relationships, that you didn't pick the wrong person. And this is a very personal topic for me because relationships are my great Everest. We don't pick the wrong people. We pick the people that we need to pick so that we can move forward, so that we can learn the lessons, so that we can finally free ourselves from habits and from just going in a merry-go-round of toxic decisions and relationships. So when you're able to honor and see a person, whether it is, again, personal, romantic, friendship, work, whatever, when you are able to see the person for the master they are in your life, and then you are able to say, you know what, I learned my lesson. This is a new step that I need to take. I'm letting you go and moving away. That is when you regain your power. That is when you're finally take charge of your life. So my invitation to you is, if you're feeling pain, if you're feeling like you're pushing against rather than pushing through, reassess your life, reassess what you're doing, and just let it go, you know? Shit isn't meant to be that hard, okay? So everyone have a great rest of the week. And this was Tuesday Tea with Annie. Bye-bye.